Since Avengers Endgame has officially been released on digital, we have been getting a ton of information about the movie and a ton of confirmation from the directors and the writers. And a lot of information that we've gotten recently has been about Captain America. How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and Captain America going back in time at the end of Avengers Endgame and deciding to stay in the past sure has raised a whole bunch of questions in regards to his timeline. In the movie, it seemed pretty clear that if you go back in time and change any of the events that happened, you would create an alternate timeline, and that alternate timeline would have no effect on the current main timeline. However, the writers of Avengers Endgame have recently revealed that they kind of made up their own rules and stated that you only create an alternate timeline if you take one of the Infinity Stones away. Therefore, Captain America going back in time and returning the Infinity Stones to the exact point in which they were taken prevented alternate timelines from happening. And the Hulk even confirms this right before Captain America goes back in time. He says, make sure you return all of the Infinity Stones at the exact point in which they were taken, or you're going to open up a bunch of nasty alternate timelines. So Captain America went back in time and returned all of the Infinity Stones right after they were taken in different timelines. Therefore, he created no alternate timeline. So when he went back in time and stayed back in time with Peggy Carter, that was still the main universe in which he was from. In fact, the writers went on to confirm that old man Steve Rogers was in fact at Peggy Carter's funeral in Captain America Civil War. Now, this is what the writers Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely say. And the writers and the directors, the Russo Brothers, don't exactly agree on this Captain America timeline. The Russo Brothers think that there could be an alternate timeline in which Captain America lived out his life. However, they did comment something recently in Ask Me Anything that further backs up the point that Captain America exists in the same timeline and did not create an alternate timeline. They were asked that if Captain America was in an alternate timeline, how did he get back to the present at the end of Avengers Endgame? And the Russo brothers said he would have had to have worn the quantum suit using a Pym particle to make the jump. He's not wearing the suit on the bench because that is not the exact moment to which he returned. So the Russo brothers just said that this is not the exact point in which Captain America returned to this timeline. Therefore, the argument could be made that he was a part of that timeline the whole entire time, because when he went back in time, it didn't create an alternate timeline. It seems like the Russo brothers are still sticking to the alternate timeline Captain America story. And although they are the directors, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely wrote Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, and Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. And they have confirmed that in Captain America the Winter Soldier, when Peggy is talking about her husband and kids, she is actually talking about Steve, confirming that Steve was her husband the whole entire time because he went back in time and stayed with her. And now the Russo brothers have said that at the end of Avengers Endgame, when Captain America is sitting on the bench, this is not a point in which he returned. He had been in that timeline previously. So that does seem to line up with what Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely said. He went back in time and stayed in the same current timeline. And at the end of Avengers Endgame, he just knew where to be, and he was already in the current timeline. So, tell me what you think about this. Would you rather have Captain America going back in time and staying with Peggy Carter create an alternate timeline? Or would you rather have Captain America going back in time and staying with Peggy Carter exist in the same current timeline, making him the husband of Peggy Carter and the father of her children the whole entire time? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and also don't forget to comment with your favorite superhero or villain, like this video, and subscribe to my channel so you can enter my giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox One or a PS4. I'll be picking a winner at 500,000 subscribers, and I'm also still giving away some Marvel Legends items as well. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.